Hey everyone, a few weeks ago I released a video here on YouTube asking if there was any interest in doing Patreon for this channel, and there seemed to be some interest, and so I decided to go ahead and do this. So here it is. This is the big announcement. I'm doing Patreon, and we'll talk about what the different levels of reward are. Before I jump into that, I just want to make it clear that I'm not doing this as a source of income for myself or for my company. The main idea here is to produce better content for the channel. Better content and more content for the channel. And so the bulk, if not all of the funding for this is going to go towards producing content for the channel. Whether that be hiring additional people to follow me around at an event and document behind the scenes of what's going on there, or purchasing equipment and for review purposes, or renting equipment for review purposes, or whatever. Basically, the money that's coming in from Patreon is going to go into a pool, and I'm going to use that primarily for production of content for this channel. So any contribution that's made to the channel here goes directly into producing additional and better content for you. Now, with that said, let's take a look at the website, and you can see the different levels of rewards I've set up and the different levels of contribution. Alright, so here is the homepage for DJP on Patreon. The webpage address here is patreon.com/DJPROD, so DJ Prod. And this is the time of taping. Nobody signed up because this is just barely going live. So let's take a look over here at the right. So what I've done is I've set up 3 different levels of reward, but multiple levels of contribution. So there's not really a one-to-one mapping between the reward and the contribution that will give you that reward. We'll start here at the $5 level. So this is access to private YouTube videos. Alright, now this bottom tier of contribution and reward gives you access to content that's specifically for Patreon contributors. So as I mentioned, some behind the scenes videos. You know, may have somebody follow me around in an event and shoot how things are set up, and you know, that kind of thing. Or one of the cool things that I can offer at this reward level that I can't do publicly is access to some of the stuff that we've actually shot. On this YouTube channel, more than 3/4 of the content is unlisted. So the stuff that you're seeing publicly is literally less than 25% of what's on the channel. Now, I can't make everything public, but I'm going to be taking some of those select videos that I've shot in the past and sharing those with Patreon contributors. So in our early days at DJP, we always shot video of the multi-view output combined with intercom audio, and I'll be making some of those available so you can kind of hear the interaction between the director and the camera operators and see what the camera operators are doing. So for anybody who's new to the business, you can actually see how some of that stuff works. I'll be doing other random things, like I shot a video earlier today where I talk about how to do wireless streaming with Sony XD-Cam cameras. So there will be some tutorials and some training things that exist in those private videos as well. So I think this level of contribution is very worthwhile. So anybody who's interested in additional content on this channel besides the stuff that I make public, I really do highly recommend that you contribute at this $5 level. There's going to be a lot of interesting content there. So now, in the second level of reward, this is the $10 level. In addition to access to those private videos, you'll also have access to once-a-month Q&A videos. Now, the idea here is that I've always wanted to do more Q&As, but at the same time, I didn't want to have Q&As take up a sizable percentage of the videos on my channel. So the way to solve that is to make those Q&As private, and that's what I'm doing here. So at the $10 contribution level, you'll have access to those private Q&As that I'm going to be doing once per month. I know I've got a lot of international viewers, so I'm going to be trying and shifting the time around a little bit. So some I will do in the morning, my time, and some I'll do in the afternoon, maybe even some in the evening, so that at some point I'll be able to get to a time that's convenient for you, so you're not having to get up in the middle of the night. Now these are going to be they are Q&As, and so it's going to be an interactive thing. So you guys will be able to go online, contribute in the chat room, and be able to ask me questions directly there. So now as I scroll down here, you'll see that there are several other levels. There is a Superstar level at $20 and the Superstar level at $50. Now these are actually really the same thing as the $10 contribution level, you're getting the same thing. So you still get access to the private videos, you still get access to the Q&As, and I don't provide anything additional at those levels. Basically, the idea here is if you want to make a larger contribution in order to help get to new, more interesting content faster, there's a way for you to do that. So now I'm going to scroll down a little bit here, and now we get to the private Q&A reward level at $100. So the idea with this one is that by contributing $100, you'll have access to me for 2 hours of my time. We can set up a Skype chat or another video chat app or a phone call, whatever you want, and you'll have access to me to ask me whatever you want. So if you wanted me to do a behind-the-scenes tour of the trailer, maybe some of the more intricate details about how I have things set up there, we can do that. Or you can ask me to train you on how to use a certain piece of equipment, or I can help you choose a piece of equipment for purchase for whatever project you happen to be working on. So it's really up to you. Whatever you want me to talk about for those 2 hours, that's up to you at your discretion. So this tier is kind of interesting compared to the other ones because it's really not meant to be necessarily an ongoing month-to-month thing. It's kind of one of those, you set it for a month, and then after Patreon takes the money, you can set the level, your reward level, back down to one of the other levels, and that will, as soon as I receive notification that you've made a payment at that contribution level, then I'll contact you and we'll set up a time to meet, and so that you can ask me whatever questions you want to. So I've never seen that done on Patreon before. This is kind of unique. I wish the site was set up a little bit better for a one-time contribution like that, but they don't do that. So unfortunately, this is going to be a little bit awkward. You'll have to manually go in and set that reward level back the next month if you no longer need my services. But the basic idea is you get access to me directly for up to 2 hours of my time. So hopefully at least one of those rewards is something that is interesting to you and something that you're willing to make a contribution for. Again, I have no expectation that people contribute to this. I'm still going to be churning out as much content on my regular channel as I always have. But I also hope to be able to make better content by having some contributions from your viewers. I mentioned in my initial video that I don't necessarily look at this channel as a way to make money, but I don't want it to cost me anything either. And we're to a point now where I've talked about a sizable portion of my equipment. I've done reviews on a lot of those things, and so in order to keep providing additional new content moving forward, I needed a way to bring in new equipment for review for me to test out and so forth. So, but anyway, I do hope that if this is something that interests you, that you'll go to the Patreon website. You can follow the link down in the description below and sign up to make a contribution. So I've set a minimum goal at $200, but I'm hoping we can actually blow way past that so that we can get some high quality professional gear in quickly and not have to allow the pool to build up over a period of months in order to buy something that's interesting for review. So, but I do, guys, thank you guys for watching, and thank you in advance for making contributions to the channel. It's very much appreciated, and I really do feel like any contributions that are being made are going to be worthwhile, and going to be things that you guys are glad to see. So if you have any other questions about this, be sure and ask them down in the comments below, or go to my website djp.li/contact to get in contact with me there. So again, thanks for watching. Have a great day.